Next up, we have Canto 6 Boss 3 Battle Theme from the Limbus Company OST. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member, all that good stuff. One of those paid subscriptions. Support this channel as much as you want, not at your own expense though. 2 disclaimers. Number 1, this is my first time ever hearing this, so I will be pausing a lot, as I will be explaining things as I hear them, or as I notice them, or as I realize them. And number 2, this is recorded live on stream on a single take, so I might stumble upon my words like I did just now. Whatever happens, happens. So, with that being said, let's do this. Canto 6 Boss 3 Battle Theme. Let's go. We are 6 seconds in, and I already love this. This is very, very Dark Souls-esque. So we start with percussion. We started with, I think it was a tuba, doing that very, very lovely that you can always hear in these like action things. Ever since Hans Zimmer did Inception, everyone has been adding this because it turns out is epic as hell, right? So we're having that, and we are having an organ, a pipe organ. Once again, the concept of instrumentation and orchestration. So instrumentation / orchestration is the study of picking the right instruments for the right sounds, for the right psychological responses. So whenever you hear something like an organ sounding, that is not just because it sounds epic, but because of the psychological connotations that that has. Because when it comes to instruments, let's say a piano is an instrument that, yeah, you can fit it in most people's houses, especially if you had an upright piano. You can fit it in pretty much any house or apartment in the world. That's not the case for a pipe organ. For a pipe organ, you need to build a cathedral, a church, a symphony hall around it. You have to design the entire building around it. They're incredibly expensive to build, to maintain. They are very difficult to play. They're very difficult to just upkeep in general. So having that idea of the greater than thou, like greater than yourself, overwhelming hierarchy is how I call it. And it is just... it just gives you that feeling. So that we're having that, and it's going very, very fast, giving us our motif. The motif being the smallest version of the musical idea, the seed, the essence from which everything else comes from. And in this case, it's a very, very fast melody. You can tell it's a boss fight. It reminds me of Dark Souls, because I'm a Dark Souls person. So yeah, let's see where this goes. We're repeating this. Yeah, and it seems we are having 2 layers of the organ. So when it comes to these bigger organs, usually you can have several layers playing, depending on the organ, because every organ is built a little bit different. You can have several keyboards layered on top of each other, plus a keyboard made with foot pedals. Yes, you can play an extra layer of keyboard with the very low basses are usually played with foot pedals, and they are very, very cool. But that makes the organ a very complex instrument. And in this case, it seems like most of the layers that we have here are just it's the organ with some orchestral percussion. I'm not really hearing any other instruments, just the organ and the drums and that initial like boom that we had at the start, right? So let's just see where it goes. I can hear an electric guitar being snuck in to have that doubling. So a doubling is another concept for instrumentation. A doubling is when you have more than one instrument playing the same thing at the same time, usually for added texture. And in this case, we have an electric guitar. Electric guitar, usually we associate it with cool. That's just it, right? Like whenever you have an electric guitar, especially if it starts going fast, you always associate it with cool. With something cool, something not epic perhaps, but just something badass kind of thing. And yeah, let's see. Put up the pedal, start to reach it. There you go. Oh, and we're getting a development of this? Okay, so now we're getting a variation of the motif. We've slowed things down a little bit in the melody. And I think what we're getting, because while we were having in the melody, we were having the original motif being this back and forth. We were having what could be a pedal note. So the main instrument was playing here, and then we were having the actual melody going back and forth. So we're having this sense of bouncing back and forth. Pretend I can draw, right? Bouncing back and forth between whatever the melody is doing, giving us two lines. We have the line of the bass melody, so the bass note, plus the line of the melody actually going through. And what we're doing now is that we slowed that down a little bit. We've taken this upper melody, and now we're letting that play through a little bit slower, while the percussion is still doing the same thing, and it is just giving it a very epic sound. I think it's the organ, the guitar, and I think we're getting some violins in the mix. It could just be the organ and how the organ is being played right now, because a pipe organ can have so many different sounds to it that it's insane. It's insane how different a pipe organ can sound. So it could just be the pipe organ. It could be pipe organ, violin. The electric guitar is there as well. Let's just see where it goes. Very beautiful. Yeah, there's string violins there. And there we go. Now we're leaning further to the we're leaning further into that, just the guitar, the violins, and we're having the guitar doing the same thing that the organ was doing at the start, with that bouncing back and forth guitar, back and forth melody, having the same like bass note. Usually in the guitar, this is an open string that you will just play a note, let go, play a note. This is what happens in Thunderstruck, for example, from AC/DC. That's the intro riff. You play a note, let go, open string, play a note, let go, open string, that kind of thing, and you just go back and forth. And while that is happening, we are having the violins playing the upper part, doing what is called accents. Accents in music are not for determining where somebody's from, it's for accentuation. And that is exactly what the violins are doing with some staccatos. Staccato is short bursts of music, which is exactly what the violins are doing. While the guitar is doing this back and forth with the open strings, and that combination, along with the rhythm that we're doing, because the rhythm is a syncopation. So syncopation. This is a rhythmic concept, because once again, when you're in music, you have three overall building blocks: melody, harmony, rhythm. Rhythm is the use of time. How time is used is, how fast things are, when they happen. That's the overall two things: the location and duration, right? And rhythm is dictated by, it's then subdivided into measures, and then those measures, or bars, are determined how long they are, how many beats they are, by a time signature. Time signature, two numbers: upper number, lower number. Upper number is the number of beats, lower number is the type of beats. I figured I might as well explain it right now, right? So the lower number is the type of beats. In English, it's pretty easy to remember. Whole notes is 1, half notes is 2, quarter notes is 4, eighth notes is 8, 16th notes 16, so on and so forth, right? So in this case, 4 upper number is number of notes, lower number is the type, so 4 equals 4 quarter notes per measure. And each quarter note is going to have their number. And when you're on beat, you're going to count numbers 1 through 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever hits any of those is called on beat. Everything that happens outside of those is syncopation. And what are these violins and the guitar doing right now? Those hits, those accents they're hitting, they're happening in between the beats, which is syncopation. And it gives it extra pace, extra momentum, and it's just beautiful. So let's see. This boss really despises himself, like is really much worse now. Which, I mean, I wanted to kill himself with the whole time paradox thing. Okay, I have very little context about this game because I've never played this game. So let's see where it goes. Very beautiful. And then at the top, we have the organ doing a flying melody. It took me a moment to realize we have the organ doing a flying melody, which is those higher parts of the melody elongated. So, elongation is when you take something in music and you stretch it to last longer or to take longer to play out. And in this case, we are taking that overall melody that used to be like, 2 seconds long, and now it's taking several seconds to do, right? There, I'm hydrating. So yeah, we're having that as counterpoint, and it's doing the flying melody. So flying melody is a colloquial term that I use. Colloquial just means that there is no official term for it, or at least no academic, or at least I'm not using it for the sake of simplicity. And in this case, we have a very busy percussion bass section. We have this middle range, very busy. And then up above, we're having this melody, slower, simpler than everything else, just flying above the landscape that has been created. It's a very beautiful tool. Very beautiful, just everything about flying melodies. I find it very beautiful. I'm a melody-oriented composer. So, yeah, that's gonna... Of course I'm gonna be biased towards those, right? So, let's see. Where's this? Okay, so now we went and we engaged in a little bit of modulation. You heard how the chord changed, and now it's very just... It's really good. We are now using another variation of the motif with a little bit of reduction. Reduction is the opposite of elongation. What used to be slower, now it's faster. And we're using that, and part of it is reducted, part of it is elongated, and it's giving us this beautiful shape of the melody just blasting off into the sky, becoming the flying melody, landing, and then going further up in what is called sequencing. So, sequencing, let me hear it because it might not be sequencing. Yeah. And now it breaks down a little bit. A little bit of rhythmic displacement over there. You heard how they all stopped, just pushed everything back a beat. Really cool stuff. But yeah, there was a little bit of sequencing over there. So sequencing is when you take a musical idea. Let's say we have this musical idea right here. This is the shape of our melody. And you repeat it, but you don't repeat it starting from the same point. You can take it higher, you can take it lower, and you just do that. You're sequencing the idea to create the sense of it's still the same shape, but it's progressing. And now things seem to be breaking down a little bit. Let's just see where it goes. Very cool. So yeah, Climax, we're having the guitars, we're having everything, and we're using elements from the entire track in this Climax. I am surprised that this is just 1:30 seconds long, because this, I mean, it's gonna loop. It's so gonna loop, and you're gonna be able to bring this back to the start. But yeah, this could have, like, with this kind of material, you could have gone for like 5 minutes, I think, exploring this material, and it would have been just incredible. Let's see how it ends, because it's definitely going to loop. And Authoris, thank you for the Authoris, welcome today. How you doing? And Mike, thank you for the sub on Kick. I appreciate you being here, man. Thank you for your continued support. Let's just hear how this ends. Let's just hear how this ends. Escalate further, escalate further. And we break it. And there you go. And yeah, we bring it all the way up. It comes crashing down. And the loop doesn't start when it crashes down. It starts after that. So we get this sense of landing, and then it continues. This is fairly rare for loops, by the way. This is fairly rare for loops, because usually a loop is going to be built around what is called a half cadence. Half cadence, right? So when you're making music, you're doing one of two things. You are building tension or you're resolving that tension. That point in between is called the cadence. You build up towards the cadence, and then you resolve the cadence. The half cadence is when you don't resolve it at the end of your musical idea of your section, but instead you let the start of the next section be what resolves it. In this case, and in the case of most of video game music that loops, you have a half cadence so that it resolves. So when it resolves, you loop back immediately. And you start the loop resolving it. In this case, we just had a full cadence. Not only did we have a full cadence going on, but we let the cadence resolve a little bit, and then it loops. Because usually the loop is going to be over here, right at the height of the cadence. But this time, they allowed it to just break down, collapse completely, and then it starts over. That flips the script a little bit. I like it. I like it. I like it. And there you go. That was Canto 6 Boss 3 Battle Theme from the Limbus Company OST. Man, that was a lot of fun. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member, all that good stuff. Support this channel as much as you want, but not at your own expense. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 5 seconds, I will be linking it down below in the description. If you want to request songs, by the way, if you're on the stream, you can start requesting. If you're not on the stream, you need to go to the Discord, linked down below, and go to the LFA requests channel, and follow the instructions in the pinned messages over there. And if you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. Whatever time that is for you, that is in the Discord and Twitch. Both of them are linked down below. They both have the stream schedule, the full stream schedule up to date in your local time zone. And follow the gaming channel. We have a gaming channel, Games Are Basterd, where we put the VODs of our gaming after shows in case you're interested in seeing me catch up with the list of games that I have to play, which is endless. Games Are Basterd, link down below, or you can search for it. It's the same username as James R. Basterd. You start the J for a G, and you got it. And yeah, there you go. Man, that was awesome, dude. I am very impressed by Limbus Company soundtrack so far. It's been insanely good. Really, really good stuff. But yeah, let's move on.